Hey guys, so if you've ever struggled with wondering how to talk to your kids about puberty, periods, sex, doing the deed, etc., this is the day for you. Because one of the things that I never realized when I had kids was one day this would fall to me. I'm still not exactly sure how I feel about that. I feel like this is like all those baby books, they should give you a heads up that this is coming. Rude. So I'll tell you, I labored over this for a long time because quite frankly, I didn't want to do it. But then again, I don't want my kids going out and learning about sex and marriage from any Tom, Dick, and Harry walking down the street. So I went to two people that I trust online, Luke and Trisha Gilkerson, because they have a set of books, and I thought, okay, if I have to do this gig, I might as well do it with some fun books, not like fun books, but good quality, not raunchy books. So I bought the 3-book set from Luke and Trisha Gilkerson over at Intoxicated on Life. And I've talked about this before, but I wanted to show you very specifically how each book is laid out. And if you're watching this on YouTube, the link for these books is below in the description. If you're watching it on IGTV, just shoot me a PM and I can send you a direct link. But working through these books with my daughter made it a whole lot easier than me trying to sit here and write out what I wanted to say or try to think, without blubbering all over myself. All right, so there's a 3-book set. There's this first book that's about the talk, so the difference between male and female. Then there's the second book, Changes, and that's all about how your body changes during puberty. It's basically an overview for kids of puberty. And then there's this third book, which we actually haven't gone through yet because it's about relationships and dating, and my daughter is just now 10. But when you buy it as the set, it's cheaper, so I just went ahead and got it. And then in the first book, Biblical Sexuality, that talks about the difference between male and female. I'm looking in here because it gives you a good age range for when to use this book. So this one is for children 6 to 10. Okay, and it's only a 7-day study. So the first book is ages 6 to 10, appropriate. And then the second book is ages 8 to 12. And then this one is also 7. And then the third book is 11 lessons. All right, so I'm just going to give you a quick overview of how each book is laid out. In the very front is an introduction for parents. So right in the very beginning, you're going to read through this part so you know how to present the material. It's a really quick read through. And then it goes right into the lessons. Remember, it's 7 lessons. So it asks lots of questions. So it's asking questions so they'll answer you. And then it is reading from scripture, and then just, actually human anatomy. So it's very scripture and science based. So it teaches them how babies are made. And then that goes through each. And then at the end of each one, there is questions to ask. And then you guys pray together at the end of each lesson. So then here's the Changes book, the book about puberty. They're all laid out the same, the opening thought, the scripture. And the reason I really like this series is because it gives me talking points and I don't have to try to think of things to say myself, which I'll tell you, when you talk about this with your kids, you kind of become stupid and don't know exactly what to say. So these give you things to say. And then at the very end, like I said, just in this one too, more questions for you to ask your child, and then the opportunity, see questions over here, the opportunity to give them time to ask you questions. But the most important part is at the end there's prayer. So it is a biblically based series about marriage, sex, and puberty. This made the entire job easier for me. My daughter is 10, so I did the first 2 books with her, like I said, and then I'll be able to use these books with my other children as well, with me going through them with the girls, and then my husband, Barry, going through these books with the boys, because they're written gender neutral, so they work for girls or boys, which is really nice, so I don't have to buy multiple books. I can just use this one set for all of my kids. Super nice. It made it, like I said, a whole lot easier. Is it a little awkward? It was a little awkward for me, I'll be honest, but this made it a lot easier. My daughter didn't ask many questions, which is meaning that it was so awesome she didn't have any, or prepare myself for later, because they're coming. I'm not really sure right there, that part. Help me. And I didn't say anything stupid, except the one time when she said, so, erection, what makes a boy get that? And I was like, oh my gosh, what should I say? And I didn't think very clearly, and so I just said he sees a pretty girl, which is only partway true. However, there were no questions asked after that, so that was either a really amazing answer or I messed up big time, and time will tell. Just be prepared and don't freak out like me when those questions come. All right? So if you need material, this is the stuff. And that's what I like to bring you, is things to make your life easier.